let's talk about the music. I am Shells here in Tacoma. Don't know where that is. Google it.
Drink.
And then we got Spider out there in Ohio who he does not want to Google it.
Yeah, my drinking game is different. I haven't got that far yet, so keep an eye out for my trigger phrase.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Clayton from Rebelmann. He's 16 years old for in the next 2 weeks, and he'll be 17. Is it 2 weeks?
48 hours.
In 48 hours. Oh, I'm so
sorry. The countdown has begun.
In 2 days. He'll be
the
17.
Big 1-7.
Yes. That's right. You're 999.
I'll be something completely different.
How different will you be?
You know what? I don't know. I wish I knew.
It's so different, it's impossible to predict.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could tell me, I'd love to know.
I think everyone who turns 17 is completely different.
Yep. Life-changing.
Yes, it is. All right, so we just got done playing your song, California Man. So tell us about that.
California Man is basically, we went out and played the Whiskey A Go-Go in West Hollywood on the Sunset Strip. And, we were there for like 5 days. We kind of made a little trip out of it because we had to rehearse and meet with some people. And so we were out there and we went to the beach. We were the classic Hollywood tourists. And we were like, okay, well, let's write a song about it. So everything in that song you hear is completely true. It's based off, like when we say we saw D-Rose, we went to a basketball game, we went to the beach. We saw a guy, there's a verse about a guy in his underwear. Well, there was a guy in his underwear at the beach, just living life to the fullest, as we could put it. So that whole song is, we thought California was cool, so we're like, I want to be a California man, and it had our last name. That was the coolest part. It had man in there.
There, see, got the gimmick already in there and everything perfect.
Yeah. So the song is just basically a whole story. It's a novel.
Nice.
A 4-minute novel.
A 4-minute novel.
Well, see,
you know how qualifies.
You know how trilogies usually have like a beginning that's really exciting and a middle that's kind of depressing, and then it ends exciting again. So that middle means that you have to come to Ohio.
Oh, you mean corn?
That's right.
Isn't Ohio just corn?
Cornfields. We've got Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland's pretty big. Our sports teams sometimes win.
Well, you have the Browns, so I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Don't even. I'm not a football guy, but I mean, come on, with the Cleveland Browns. You got LeBron James, so give you that. You do have one of the best basketball players ever.
Oh, yeah, and they did win this time, so at least we have that to be proud of this time around, which is...
I watch about 2 basketball games a year, so...
That's probably more sports than I watch. I listen to everybody else tell me who won afterwards, and then I get excited about it, kind of.
See, I just like, there's one exciting part of a basketball game, and that's the final 5 minutes.
Well, see, there you go. Everybody's scrambling around. Oh, somebody's going to win. Oh, great, that guy won. Awesome. Let's go have some wings.
Okay. He's making $14 million a year, and I'm paying to watch him.
That is true story.
But yeah, like you go to Ohio, and it's like, okay, corn. Like the bottom 85% of Illinois is corn, just flat corn. The table you're sitting at is so flat. That's the state of Illinois with corn on top.
I think
there's no hills in the state of Illinois.
I think most of the Midwest kind of central states have something like that. Like Idaho, of course, it's just people can say, well, we got potatoes. Nobody knows us for anything else but potatoes. And I'm sure there's probably great things about Idaho that have nothing to do with potatoes, but nobody really knows them.
Yeah, I mean, there's Boise in Idaho. That's always... I don't know what's in Boise, but I know there's Boise, Idaho.
That's right.
Every state's got their own thing.
Yes.
Or we'll travel to places, and they're like, "You're from Chicago," and they're like, "Well, why aren't you talking like this?" Like, because most people in Chicago don't talk like that. Or like you go to, but if you go to like Minnesota, oh, they really do talk like this. You betcha, they do. They really do.
Oh yeah.
Like you go up there, they really do talk like that. I mean, I've been a lot of places, but oh yeah, up in Minnesota, up there, they really do talk like that.
See, now we got to have
Now
you
there
on
are
with Serial Obsession because they're from New York and you guys can match accents.
There we go. We can talk pizza for 4 hours.
That's
there
right.
you go.
Ours is,
But not
ours is better.
Olive
There's no
Garden
argument.
is not Olive Garden
No,
because
don't-
then
no, not
T-Mods,
Olive Garden, man.
he's Italian and we already had that talk.
Is Olive Garden even considered a real Italian restaurant? Is that even like out of the qualifications?
I don't think
Like
so.
if you sent an old Italian guy in there, I think he would like condemn it. You know.
Oh yeah, T-Mods had some very scathing things to say.
I mean, we got so much good Italian food in Chicago that I just don't think Olive Garden is even. I got nothing against Olive Garden. I've eaten at Olive Garden. I'm just saying, there's better Italian options than Olive Garden.
I will believe that. I will definitely believe that.
Put that on a T-shirt, folks.
Front and back with the logo.
Yes. Wackadoodle. Front and back. Let everyone know around you.
That's right.
There's better places in the city of Chicago than Olive Garden. You could put 1,000 things on a T-shirt, but we're making about. Now we'll probably get sued by Olive Garden, but
Probably. Thanks. But show's
You'll
only
never
gone
get
for
our sponsorship.
Yeah. We're only
I don't
on the
know.
air
I don't
for,
know
like,
if they.
we're only
Yeah.
been on the air for like
I'm
9
sorry, but
months. We're getting sued. Great.
Multi-class action lawsuit.
I'd say we're
Oh, it'd
doing
be
well
bad.
then. That's the
Yeah.
controversy.
I don't know if they sell enough food to even. I don't know if they sell enough food to even buy an attorney. That's the problem with Olive Garden.
Well, I don't know. They're kind of like a franchise. They're up here in Tacoma too, and so they're everywhere.
They're in Tacoma.
Yeah. They're in Tacoma. They're in Seattle. They're in Linwood. They're everywhere.
They're out. They're multiplying.
Yeah, they are. Man, I'm telling you. I like one of their soups, but I don't know what soup it is, but I like it.
It's hard for me to have soup when it's like August or like July. It's not soup season.
That's
True.
right. It's a fall thing. It's got to be at least September.
At minimum, bare minimum.
Absolutely.
Like, you know how hot it was the last 2 days here in Chicago? It was 95 degrees.
You know what? I don't want to hear it from you, okay? I was in Oregon, and it rained half the time that I was out there performing in the outside. It was freezing cold, waking up, camping, getting ready to go perform again. So I don't want to hear this 90 degrees weather, because we were supposed to have the 90 degrees this
that's
weather.
so bad. I
will
wasn't
send
bred
it
to be in
back to you.
95 degree weather.
I would trade you in a heartbeat.
It's gonna be 68 tomorrow. That is like almost 30 degrees in one day.
Guess how cold
That
it was
doesn't make
last
sense.
weekend.
It was probably like 10 below.
It was cold.
We'll go with 10 below. That's how cold it was. It was 10 below.
I want to hear it. The thing is, you guys get snow before Washington ever does.
We get so much snow. And we don't even have a snowblower. My dad's like, I got 3 boys. They can shovel for 4.5 hours.
Oh, see, that's the old Build's character argument, isn't it?
See, and then we walk inside and we're all sick, and Mom goes, why are you all sick? And then Dad's like, well, I'm not going to buy a snowblower. I got guys who can shovel.
Build's character.
That is exactly how my dad talks, exactly like this.
So is your parents very supportive of you guys' musical career?
Oh, very supportive. There's never been a show without them there. I mean, with my dad's work, I mean, it's hard for him to make shows sometimes, but I'd say 95% of the shows he's been there, and 105% of the shows my mom's been there.
Cool. Now, have you guys ever
So
got
yeah,
on?
they're full on board with it. They're along for the ride as well.
Awesome. Now, what about a tour? Do you guys ever tour at all?
Yeah, we actually did this thing called T-Nation Tour where we would go to schools and we'd actually play like 2 shows a day with other artists, and it was a great way for us to build our audience. Like we went all the way down to Dallas, Texas, and Charlotte, North Carolina, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, which actually the state of Pennsylvania was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I don't know if anyone is listening from Pennsylvania, but if you're from Pennsylvania, you got a cool state. And I think we went to Atlanta, Georgia too. So we've toured. We've been to the hotel. We went to this one hotel in Nashville. Oh my gosh, that place was just because you're balling out a budget when you're on tour. You know, you're not going out to the you're not going to the fancy Italian restaurants. You're going to Olive Garden. That's the thing. So, we were at this hotel, and I don't know how we didn't get any of our gear stolen. I mean, but it was just like, we went to this. I mean, it was in the middle of a nice neighborhood. We were next to a Waffle House. I love Waffle House. But it was just like, it was like if you had like one of those UV lights and you went across the wall, you'd see like different things that you're not supposed to see. Or we were in Memphis, Tennessee, and we went to this hotel right off the highway. We're on our way back to Chicago. We're being the tourists. We fold over the bed sheet. You know what we see? We see a bug. And I'm not saying a small bug. I'm saying a bug at least the size of your pinky.